Hello everybody, Reviewfiend here. Today's review, DK64.
Here we go!
The premise of the game is King K. Rool is at it again. He's threatening DK Isle. When he arrives, he tries to blow up DK Isles, but his death machine malfunctions. It's up to DK to save his friends and collect his banana horde back from K. Rool and stop the death machine from destroying his island. There's our protagonist primate, Donkey Kong, or... Next you have Diddy Kong, the coolest jetpack-in Kong of the jungle. Then there's Lanky, the goofy oddball that happens to handstand everywhere. Then there's Tiny, the bravest Kong of them all, followed by Chunky, her brother who happens to be a fraidy cat and doesn't even want to be in this game. At the start, it's up to DK to save his fellow Kongs from being prisoners and gain new allies in the quest to save DK Isles. Throughout DK Isles, there are 7 worlds to explore: Jungle Japes, Angry Aztec, Frantic Factory, Gloomy Galleon, Fungi Forest, Crystal Cave, and Creepy Castle. Per level, each Kong has 5 sets of golden bananas to collect through various obstacles and minigames in order to get past this guy to advance to the next world. Various colored bananas are collected by each Kong, who feed it to Troth and Scoff. This opens the boss fight for each level, due to Troth being able to reach the key to the door because Scoff gets so fat. Each Kong gets their own individual boss fight, which when won, gives a key, which unlocks K. Rool's prisoner, K. Lumsy, who promises to help the Kongs defeat K. Rool if they collect all the keys and free him. There's also the builder of K. Rool's death machine, Snide, who promises the Kongs if they can collect all of his blueprints from K. Rool's thugs, he will be able to make the machine malfunction. That way the island doesn't get destroyed. Throughout the game, the Kongs also have to collect various colored coins to gain new skills from Funky, Candy, and Cranky Kong. Each Kong has their own unique gun, instrument, and skills. Funky provides the Kongs with their guns and provides extra ammunition in the battle, while Candy provides the Kongs each with their own instruments and increase how much you can play those instruments. Finally, there is Cranky Kong, who teaches the Kongs their fighting abilities and their barrel and pad powers. For example, Diddy can jump in a barrel with his face on it and start to fly in the sky with jetpacks on. Tiny can twirl her hair and glide through the air, while if Chunky finds a pad with his face on it, he can turn invisible. Each Kong is really unique with their own different moveset that really differentiates the game. If you're a completionist that likes collecting things, there is also this random banana fairy queen who asks you to collect her fairy subjects by capturing them through photography and returning them to her when captured. To get 101% completion in the game, you will have to capture all the fairies around the world, plus collect all the Battle Royal crowns through the K. Rool pads, and collect all the banana medals by collecting all the various colored bananas that are given to Troth and Scoff, in order to beat the game to its full completion. As a kid, this video game had a huge impact on my life. It was the very first video game that I ever played, and my first look into the world of video games. I loved to explore DK Isles and see what I could find just from adventuring. whether it was climbing up trees or swinging from vines or doing cartwheels across the world. It was a fun time just to explore the world and get to know it. I also liked being challenged by the bosses and solving puzzles, and also playing the mini games that they had available in the game. All in all, DK64 was a good time. Not only did you have a solo campaign mode, but you also had a multiplayer mode that you could play with 3 other friends. This was extremely fun because either you could battle just for yourself, or you could team up with your other friends to take out the leader. This led to some great times because you could take your friend's top spot and piss them off, and it was so funny when it would happen all the time. If I was to give DK64 a rating, I would give it an 8, because I had such a blast playing it while playing the game. Also, it opened up my world for video games that would come in the future. Plus, can you really blame me for giving it this rating when it has such a catchy rap?
Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple, snack.